everyone and welcome to another video. Thanks for choosing to watch our video, and thank you also if you have subscribed. And if you don't already, hit that subscribe button because we're having lots of horsey fun, lots of farm fun. So my name's Maria, this is my horse Bella. She's a stock horse Arab mare. If you're new to the channel, there has been quite a few new subscribers, so I thought I might introduce us. I also have a connemara pony, and he is about 14. He's kind of just a companion for Belle. They're like besties. So Bella's my main competition horse, and I dabble at doing some work with him, and maybe home one day, hopefully, we might get out and about. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. It's been a not very horsey weekend this weekend, so I wasn't sure what content to share with you guys. So I'm just bringing Bella back into work. She had the week off because we've had an extremely hot week here in Australia, and she's well deserved. She's done a lot of lessons and she's done a lot of competitions lately. So yeah, we didn't have much going on. I didn't enter for the latest competition, which actually got cancelled anyway because of the heat. So yeah, I thought she deserved the week off. So I'm just gonna give her a lunge tonight, so I'll show you that. And I will also insert a few little snippets of what I got up to over the weekend. So while I'm getting her tacked up ready for her lunch session, she's just had something to eat. Although you've been out in the back paddock, haven't you, Belly? Which you absolutely adore. Yeah, so they've been out munching grass out in the back paddock. And yeah, so I just brought her in, given her a little bucket feed, so she's got something in her stomach, and then I'll tack her up and we'll have a lunge. So I hope you enjoy my little snippet of my weekend, and I'll show you a little bit of the lunging at the end.
So we were in for a very hot weekend, so I gave the guys a very sloppy mash, which they thoroughly enjoyed and made a huge big mess. And I love the slurpy noise. So Saturday night we went out for dinner with some friends. I forgot to get footage of the actual food, but it was a beautiful spot. Then the next day on the Sunday, which was a super hot day, we were on a boat cruise hoping to see some dolphins. But what we did see is lots of shipwrecks. So these ships were purposely brought to the Port River, and this is where they live, in what they call a ship graveyard. So we did manage to see a little glimpse of one dolphin, which made my mum very happy. So this was a day out for my mum's birthday, which was on the 1st of January. But we were celebrating on this particular day. Then on the Monday, which is my day off, Andrew and I made our way to the Adelaide Hills and went to this gorgeous brewery. And down the road is actually my favourite saddlery shop. So we went in here, had some lunch. I left Andrew after lunch with his beer and walked on down to the saddlery store. So it's very convenient, just down the road. So I went in, I didn't buy too much, I just got some supplements, which they have, some rose hip. Then I walked on back up to pick up Andrew and head back home. And then Monday evening I gave Bella a lunge, and here it is.
So she has definitely put on some weight while she's been out in that back paddock, because I can hardly get the girth done up. Anyway, we both got a bit too much Christmas cheer, so I think it's boot camp for both of us, Belly. It's amazing how much a week off out in the grass, what that can do. So what I'm going to do is just warm her up without the Pessoa all hooked up, so she can just stretch out, and I won't do too much. We'll probably only do about 10 minutes. 10 minutes each rein, do a little bit of poles, and then yeah, that will do her. I've actually still got her sparkly brow band on from the last competition, so I've definitely had a very relaxing time. I haven't even cleaned the gear or changed the brow band over. So I'll just warm her up and catch you guys up maybe when we're doing something a little bit more exciting. Good, good, good. And trot, trot. That was better. Good. Good girl. Trot, trot, trot. Out, out. Out, out. Good. And walk. Good girl. And woo. Woo. And woo. Good girl. Good, nice walk. Out, out. So when you see me flapping the whip about, I'm not actually really touching her. And if at all I ever do touch her, sometimes I need to get her up into canter. It's a very, very soft, it just basically lays over her bottom. I don't smack her with it. And what I'm doing here is using it as if it's my inside leg, because she likes to fall in on her right shoulder. So I'm pretty much pointing it at her middle, like where my leg would be, and just flapping it on the ground where it's like, I don't want you here, I want you to step away. So obviously we have the lunge line, which is like our hands, that's the connection with the bit. And then the lunge whip is a representation of our legs. And trot on, good girl. Good. And with lunging, it's a lot of voice. Good girl. So here she'll want to fall in. So yep, that's good, that worked well. You might not be able to see that, I've got the pivot set up and I'm probably standing in the way, but just here she likes to fall in. Good girl. Good girl. And as we're trying to work on straightness and keeping the quarters out, I need the lunging to be a representation of our work that we do in the saddle, and not just let her fall in and hoon around. This is actually to build muscle and to still go in a correct way to help us then when we're under saddle. So here she falls in, you can see because the rope's saggy as well, so I'm losing connection with her mouth as well. So I want her to carry herself. There we go, that's better. Better, better, and walk. Good girl. She's going to try and fall in. So we use the whip to move her over. Good girl, and she moved over beautifully. I do the little whistle as well. So I've taught the horses to come to a whistle, and then when I whistle, they get a treat. So they associate the whistle with an endorphin rush of a treat, so a sugar rush. So in my mind, it's a bit, I suppose, a little bit like clicker training in a way. So when she hears that whistle, she thinks, oh, I've done something good, and it releases a nice feeling for her because she associates that whistle with the treat. I don't know if it actually works, but that's the theory. Trot on. Good girl. Good. Good, nice trot. So I'm going to do a little canter, just a little bit. She's not so keen cantering on the right rein. I think she's got less balance on the right rein. So I'll let her do a little free canter, and then we're going to hook up the Pessoa, which is again a representation of contact. Well, it is contact on the bit, so it helps her to round over her back, or encourages her to round over her back and to stay straight, hopefully. Good girl. Canter. Yeah, see, she doesn't want to canter this way. I do normally start her on the left rein, but we happen to be, so she's going to fall in. She's thinking about it. You can see her chewing and licking her lips. Canter, good girl. Canter, 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 trot. Ooh, good girl. Good, good girl. That was quite nice for our first canter. And you can see me flapping the whip around again when she's cantering. I'm not actually touching her at all. It's an energy and sort of a push to keep the momentum of the canter going. Nice, good girl. And push her out, Push her out. Trot. Good. So as we're just bringing her back into work, again, like I said, I'm not going to do too much. Good girl. Good girl. She's moving quite nicely. Up. No. Nope, she didn't want to. So I'm just going to bring the trot back to a bit more balance. Ask again. Good girl. Good girl. Trot. Good. Nice. And it's encouraging too, because when I used to ask for canter on the lunge, she would really rush and the head would go way up and she'd have a lot of tension. And on this rein, she used to actually turn and look at me and then try and go round on the left rein because she finds the left rein easier. Walk, walk. And she doesn't like to walk on this rein either. I sometimes wonder if this, yeah, good girl, if this right ear's a bit deaf or whether it's just selective hearing. And woo, woo. Step it up square. Good girl. Such a good girl. I know you were enjoying your holiday, weren't you? Yeah. Back to work, my Bellsy. So we'll do a little free canter on the other rein and then we'll hook up the Pessoa. Good girl. Okie dokie. Walk on. Walk on. I mean, I'm definitely not giving you guys a lunging lesson because, you know, I'm just winging it. I'm no expert at this. Just what I've learned over the years and what I've learned from watching other people, and it's about doing what works for the horse and for yourself as well. So the Pessoa works really well for Bella. Trot on, trot. But it doesn't work for Colm. So I don't put the Pessoa on Colm. Colm has side reins. And that works for him. He doesn't have them really tight, but he has the side reins there. Whereas Bella doesn't like side reins at all. So I just don't use the side reins on her. She's much happier in this setup. Good girl. Trot, trot. And we're gonna pick up the trot a bit. Good girl. Up, 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 up. No, a little head shake. So she's probably feeling a bit tight because she hasn't done anything for a while. So you can see there we've got the head up a little bit. There's a little bit of tension. Yep. Might actually be your right rein. Up, 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 up. Your right rein's better this sesh. Trot. Good girl. Trot, trot. Good girl. Trot. Up, up. Good. Yeah. You can see there the bum thing. I don't know what that's called. Good. Trot. Is kind of forcing her to bring those hind legs up and under. And she's not really enjoying that feeling. It's like us getting back in the gym again, using those muscles again. Good girl. And those hind quarters are falling in a bit on this rein, so we're just gonna push them out. Good girl. Canter. Up, 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 up. Hind quarters. Good. And you can see there when I asked for the hind quarters to, or the shoulders to come in, and for her to straighten, she found that really hard and dropped back to trot. That's okay. It's nice too when you do this with your horse regularly and you get to know your horse's little nuances and the little bits that you need to be aware of. And you just keep working away at it, and each time you do, gets better and better. So you can see there she's a bit straighter, so she's relaxing over her back. So what I did there is I asked her to come in on a smaller circle. Good, trot. She did that lovely, so back to trot. I asked her to come in on a smaller circle at the trot to keep the shoulder over so she's straighter. Because I've got a little bit more control on a smaller circle. I can use my whip as my inside leg, and I can get her a bit straighter. Then I ask her for the canter. And then I let the line out. So she almost leg yields out. Up, 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 up. Much nicer. And trot. Good girl. Bring her back in so she doesn't motorbike around. She has to use herself. Good. And walk. Good girl. So I'm just going to pop the Pessoa on, but I'm only going to do it for a few minutes each side because we're coming back into, just coming back into work, and it's like us, like I said, going back to the gym again. Straighten that up. Because this really makes her use her muscles. So it's all going to feel a bit foreign. Yeah, belly, for the first few times. Don't know if we will do poles today. We might do poles tomorrow. Hey, little bits at a time. Hey, little bits, and we'll go the other rein. Good girl. Hook that onto there, that down under there. Good girl. Where's my little thing gone? Oh. Good girl. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. And down. Out, out. Out, out. Good. Out, out. Good. Good girl. Walk trot on. Trot. Good. Good girl. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Trot, trot. But with the Pessoa all hooked up, you can see you get a bit more swing over the back and a bit more swing in the hinds. But she's still got freedom, I mean, to a point. It's still a contraption, but she's still got freedom to lift her head if she wants to and to balance. But it encourages that downward and the lifting of the back, and so she's using her core more. Good girl. And walk. Walk. Good girl. Walk on. Out. Out. Falling in. Good girl. Out. Trot. Trot. That's nice. That's nice. Nice belly. Trot, trot. Good girl. Trot, trot. Oh, good girl. Trot, trot. Trot, trot. Good girl. Should we try one canter maybe? Canter. Up, up. Good. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Up, up. Trot. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Out. Out. Good. Try another canter. 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 Ah, good girl. She struggles down that because we're a little bit sloping on my arena. She struggles with the downhill a little bit. which I think again is a balance thing. So I'm not too fussed. I'm not going to tell her off for that because this is pretty hard work for her in the Pessoa. So, and I haven't really done a huge amount of canter with the Pessoa hooked up. We're just starting that, which hopefully it will help with her balance eventually. All right, walk, walking. Don't fall in though. Away, away, away. Good girl, away. Good girl. She did some nice steps then. Bit of a leg yield out away from me. Away. I'll just get her to walk around this corner again. Away. Good girl, much better. So she didn't drop the shoulder in that time. Good girl. And woo. Oh, superstar. Super duper girl. Good girl. Good girl. A little bit the other way and then we're done. Yeah, I know. Then you can have the rest of your dinner. But I think you guys are going to stay in your yards tonight because you were getting a bit too feral and a bit too fat. Hey? Hey? A bit too feral and a bit too fat. Oh, where's my bells? Oh, my bells. Such a good girl. All right. And we're going to walk on. And we're going to walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Good. Walk on. Walking. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. Just gonna allow her to do at least one walk circle so she gets the feel of the walk with the Pessoa on this rein. Good girl. Walk it up. Good. She's tracking up nicely. That hind could be, the inside hind could be tracking up a little bit more in between those front feet, but it's much, much better than it used to be. All right, trot on, trot, trot on, trot. Good girl. Good, 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 good girl. Good. Nice, nice. Right, step it up a bit. Step it up. Good girl. Good. Walk. Good girl, very nice. Up into trot. Trot. Good girl. Good girl. Nice. Shall we attempt to canter? Don't know how you're going to go because you were a bit stiff before, weren't you? We'll try. What do you reckon? Up, up. No. Steady. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a bit difficult, hey? That's all right. Soft, soft. Just relax. Relax. Good girl. Nice. Trot, trot. Trot, trot. Good girl. Good. Nice. Good girl. Oh, that wind. I don't know what this footage is going to look like. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Nice attempt. Good girl. Yeah, she's struggling a little bit on this left rein. I'll have to tell my body worker about that. She was a little bit cranky when I brushed her down that right side, so whether she's a little bit feeling a bit stiff through there, so then she's then finding it hard to bring that hind through. Canter. But we'll try one more. We'll just do half a circle. Up, up. Good girl. Trot. Lovely. Good girl. Walk. Very nice. Walk on. Walk on. She wanted to stop then. She's like, am I done? Good girl, Bells. And walk on. Walk on. Good girl. And woo. Woo. Good girl. Yes, such a good girl. Yes, such a good girl. So I hope you enjoyed watching our little lunch session and what I got up to on the weekend. So please give it a like, maybe leave us a comment and subscribe if you don't already. And until we see you again, bye for now.